Hi, today we'll see Nancy Callan making Smokey the Snowman. It has been a part of our holiday tradition at the Museum of Glass to invite Nancy every year at this time to make one of her signature glass snowmen. Nancy is one of the most talented glass artists here in the Northwest. Glass blowing has been a male-dominated art form for at least 2,000 years, and Nancy's undeniable skills have paved the way for many of today's young women in glass. For many years, she worked with the great Venetian glass maestro Lino Tagliapietra. Now she's an independent artist celebrated all over the world. Isaac is preheating rods of colored glass called cane. These rods will become stripes in the finished piece. Now Nancy is picking up the cane on a bubble of clear glass. This is called a cane pickup. Nancy is shaping the glass on the marver, and now she switches to a tool called the block. The block is made out of wood. It's stored in a bucket of water. As long as the wood is wet, the tool doesn't burn, and it doesn't leave any marks as she shapes the glass. Now Nancy is taking the tweezers and she's twisting the cane or the stripes. And that's going to give it a little kind of wood grain effect. Now Nancy's going to trim off a little bit of the pattern at the very end, and that's going to draw the pattern so that it completely covers the entire bubble. She'll snip it off. Now we're going to transfer the glass from the rod it was originally blown on to a second steel rod called the punty. The punty is going to act as a temporary handle to hold the glass from the bottom while Nancy shapes the top. A little tap releases it. Nancy's going to widen the opening and we'll have our bowl shape, our color cup. Now Nancy is going to coat a second bubble with a pad of black glass. This is called a color overlay. The glass appears orange, but the orange color you're seeing is the glow from the heat. Nancy shapes it on the marver. So this bubble that she's making now is going to become one of the snowballs that make up Smokey the Snowman. She coats her bubble with a little hot molten glass. And now she melts on another layer of those canes, those stripes. She'll dust off some of the release from the shelf. Just uses an ordinary whisk broom. Now all the stripes are melted in. Now it's time to blow it up a little to its full size and shape. Now we're going to stretch it out and blow it up to its full size and shape. Blowing glass is like blowing up a balloon. It takes a little bit of pressure, but not anything that a normal person can't do. We're going to transfer our snowball from the rod it was originally blown on to a second steel rod called the punty. The second steel rod will hold it from the bottom while we shape the top. A few drops of water, a little tap, and off it comes. The glass at the top is always a little bit thick, so sometimes we have to trim a little bit of that off. When glass is hot, you can actually cut it with a scissors. Those special scissors are called duckbill shears. So Nancy's widening the opening a little bit. And this is going to go inside our color cup. A bubble of black glass, you know it looks orange, but it's black. This is going to become the background color for our stripes. Ben has coated the bubble with a big wad of hot molten glass, takes it over to the pipe cooler, and sprays water on it, and the water will cool the pipe down and make it easier to hold. Sarah is taking the color cup off the pipe on which it was held. She's going to place it in a metal stand. And now Ben's going to come over with his bubble, the black bubble, and stuff it inside the color cup. He's going to blow a little bit. The bubble will expand and fill the color cup. So Ben's bubble is going to become the background color. The color cup is going to become the design on the surface. Alex wants to take a picture. Now we're making the big snowball at the base of the snowman. You can see we have more people working on it. The bigger a piece gets, the more help you need. Ben is now squeezing the glass with a tool called the jacks. The notch is a place we'll be able to break the glass away from the metal pipe. Now we're blowing it up a little bit, making it into a big ball. Ben has got some graphite pads in his hand to do the shaping. That's actually graphite cloth. Now it's starting to look the way it's supposed to look. We're going to drill a small hole in the base. We're using an ordinary electric drill. The bit is a sharpened rod of tungsten. You take the torch, heat up the tip till it's glowing, and we can actually drill into the hot glass while we're working. Jason Christian, has made what's called a blow punty. He's coated the end of that steel pipe with a little bit of molten glass. He's left the hole at the end of the pipe open so we can blow through. And we'll use that to inflate the sculpture while we shape the other end. So we're going to attach the blow punty over that hole that we just drilled. We're going to break the glass away from the pipe using a wet file to score it. It's pretty old school. Off it comes. Ben is blowing into the snowball with a tool called the Sofietta. The Sofietta has a cone on the open end and a little tube that goes down the center. The cone makes the seal with the opening, and you blow through the tube into the piece to inflate. Now we're attaching the second snowball. This was made earlier in the process, but the process is almost exactly the same. We'll trim a little bit of it. Glass at those openings is always a little bit thick. Once again, we're using the Sofietta. We'll flatten the top a little bit. Here comes Isaac with the head, Smokey's head. Once again, we're attaching hot glass to hot glass. Press two pieces of hot glass together, they stick to each other. They start to look really like a snowman. Now the most important part, the carrot-like nose. Nancy made this earlier in the process. We've kept it hot in an oven called the garage. Now we're about to stick it on. Getting pretty close to being finished. This is a Museum of Glass tradition. Each year, Nancy makes a different kind of snowman. Nick is dressed up in a Kevlar suit. He's getting ready to catch the snowman and bring him to our annealing oven where it will be cooled very slowly overnight. Drip some water. The water will crack that joint. And a little tap and then off it comes. Bring it around the corner to our big annealer. The annealer is kept at 890 degrees. That's why they got the special suits on. We'll place it on a ceramic fiber pad. And it will be cooled very, very slowly overnight.
We really hope you liked this video. To see more glass break episodes, along with other great glass blowing content, check out our channel's video playlists.